The cornerstone of the civil rights movement.
He opened so many doors for the blacks.
Just being able to, do simple things, own a business.
The impact that Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. has decades later.
I have a dream.
From people right here in Shreveport. It was back in 1958 when Dr. King spoke in the city.
I have long wanted to come to Shreveport.
And on his birthday, the McLean brothers take a step back into the past.
And my dad said, I don't march. If someone puts their hands on me, Martin, there'll be at least 6 funerals. So King said, well, Mac, you stay here and pray for us.
C.E. and Azriel McLean were just children when their father met Dr. King, oblivious to the racism existing around them.
And I remember going to a office building, and it was so hot, and we asked just for a glass and a swallow of water. Man ran us Hollywood dogs.
King made his appearance at Old Galilee Missionary Baptist Church after being rejected by other churches. Rejected due to fear of white retaliation.
You had to have backbone, spine, courage, because those were dangerous times.
Even the deacons of the church advised the McLean's fathers from hosting Dr. King. But their father never faltered.
They burned our church down. He said, well, we'll just build another one.
Proud of that fearless legacy, especially today, as people remember Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
Revolutions are not brought forth by the masses, just a handful of people.
Jade Jackson, NBC 6 News.
So inspiring. Thank you, Jade.
Yo, peace and love, family. This is Brother Lavelle coming to you live and direct. I'm up here at Little Union Baptist Church, right? And this church is so historical, you know what I'm saying, that Martin Luther King Jr. came out here to Shreveport, and he kind of like well, you can see it right here. He kind of preached a sermon about voters registration in the rally that was here in September 22nd, 1963. This is where Martin Luther King Jr. was at, man. This is what's up, man. Historical, man. Little Union Baptist Church right here on Marlin Street in Shreveport, Louisiana, man. This is a historical church, you know what I'm saying, to the great ancestor, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., and to the great ancestor, C.E. McLean, or Reverend C.E. McLean. So this is where Martin Luther King Jr. was at, y'all. And this street right here, this is Milam Street, and that's Norman Street, man. In 1963, man, it was police officers, hoses being sprayed, people getting sprayed down with hoses and stuff like that, man. This is a historical street right here, a historical street. So once again, I'm gonna try to let you guys here read this thing here, man. Little Union Baptist Church, man. You know what I'm saying? Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. It was a protest right here on Milam Street, from Milam Street to Elder Street, and then to Norman Street. And that's Norman Street right here that we're looking at the light right there, right where that church is at. That's Norman Street going east and west. So yeah, historical, man. This is history, man. Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., man, came to this church, man. See, and look at the bottom, y'all. Look at the bottom, y'all. Shreveport police brought it to an abrupt halt, using tear gas and making arrests. So it was actually people that were arrested. You know what I'm saying? And rising power to the late ancestor, Reverend Harry Blake. You know what I'm saying? This is a historical foundation, yo. Like, for real, yo. Like, come on now. Historical, man. It's amazing how Dr. Martin Luther King walked through these doors right here, man. Like, that's amazing, yo. So I'm Brother Lavelle. I'm signing off for Brother Lavelle TV. And I want to say peace.
concerned about his children. And
This was King's greatest speech.
freedom can be achieved without violence.
C.O. Simpkins was in the house that hot August night. Tape recorder rolling as Martin Luther King Jr., pastor turned civil rights leader, galvanized a standing room only crowd with a message 2,000 years old.
Yes, I can hear Jesus speaking to us in this day and in this period, saying once more, I know what you're going through. I know how you're being treated. I know how you're being kicked around.
He's the kind of preacher that you like to hear. He didn't take just one part of the gospel and just whip you to death with it. He preached a total sermon about love. And we must love the people who are against us. Those who persecute you, you should love them, not hate them.
Get your guns and keep shooting. Bomb our homes and our churches and slap our children, and we're going to still love you. We're going to wear you down by our capacity to suffer. And one day we're going to win our freedom.
That's what Jesus taught, and that's what men of great knowledge believe in. The force, the power of love. It's a great force, and he used it.
I think this is what Jesus meant when he said, love your enemies. And I'm glad he didn't say, like your enemies. He didn't say, like your enemies. I find it pretty difficult to like all of these Southern senators and congressmen up in Washington who are doing everything that they possibly can to defeat the goals of the Negro. I don't like their ideas. I don't like their attitudes. I don't like what they're trying to do to my people. I don't like them, but Jesus says, love them. And love is greater than life.
They gave us hope because the weapon we fought with was forgiveness, love, nonviolence. And love is a stronger force than hate. And it's evident today that love won out.
But I say unto you, love your enemies. Bless them that curse you. Pray for them that despitefully use you. A few years from now, a few decades from now, men will be able to come together, black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics, and join in the singing of a new song, free at last.